Jones as Jim Jones.
Correct.
I had to do that. Like nobody ever. What I've done for people, no one has done for me. When I got out at 4 o'clock in my bedroom, I couldn't call these niggas to get out at 4 o'clock to come save me. You think there was ever a time in my life I could call Cam to get out of his bed to come save me?
Now, when you explained to Cam that you want to do business a different way, was he receptive to that?
I didn't care at that time. I already knew what was going down. I knew what type of person Cam was, and that's why I'm not even here to talk bad about nobody. We grew up with each other, so everything that happened, I already expected. I planned for that.
Because you grew up with him and you knew his personality.
I knew his personality. You did? Like, shit, he was bored. He was tight. He grew up. I knew how he hustled.
But your platform.
He gave me a platform, gave me an opportunity, but he didn't give it to me. I worked it. Cam didn't get the deal without me there. I was there every step of the way. From the year 1995 to the year 1999, you couldn't find Cam without
what could
me.
Cam have,
at all.
What could Cam have done?
A bitch in the room with him. I was there.
What could Cam have done different? Right? Because what you're telling me is the biggest issue here is business, right? And how you start to grow as a businessman and the entity started to grow. And of course, it comes down to you and Joel. What could he have done differently?
I separated myself from that.
But could he, if he would have came to you business wise and cut you in better, would we not be here like this today?
I couldn't tell you. That part don't really care because I'm not upset about none of it. That's what people don't know. Like, I don't really give a fuck about.
I would be disturbed. I would be disturbed.
How about you be disturbed? That's like crying over spilled milk. That shit is not gonna happen. So I'm not gonna talk about it. Life is life. It's played out in the book already. I love the way it went. Nigga, I'm from the gutter. I sold crack. I lived in a project. That's a hood within the hood. We was able enough and fortunate enough to use our talent to get out that motherfucker and stay in the best places in the world. Go around the world in private jets, sit on yachts, jump in the water in the ocean in Italy and shit like that. Niggas that can't fathom what I did. So me sitting here with you to talk about what could, I don't give a fuck about that. We Dipset. We made it to the greatest of all time. Yeah, me and my man had some feuds. Fuck it. That's what brothers do. We had millions of dollars in front of us. Niggas gonna fight when it come to millions of dollars. I want the millions. He want the millions. It's always been like that between us. If you know him and you're asking, we always had a competition.